My nose shiny? Oh, oh, good morning. Welcome to Vision. I'm so glad y'all are here. Let's stand together and celebrate.
This is the day that God has made. I will rejoice. This is the time to celebrate. Lift up every voice. Enter this moment as God's own heart. Standing with joy in the truth of who we are. There's only one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. That life is my life now. There's only one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. That life is my life now.
All right, Mr. Nico, thank you.
This is the day that God has made. I will rejoice. This is the time to celebrate. Lift up every voice. Enter this moment as God's own heart. Standing with joy in the truth of who we are. There's only one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. That life is my life now. There's only one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. That life is my life now. There's only one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. That life is my life now. There's only one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. That life is my life. This is the day that God has made.
Yay. Good morning. How is everyone this morning? Yay. Richard said, radiant, vibrant, and dynamic. That's how we are, and I love that. Thank you. Let's start in prayer. Giving great thanks for this day, for all the joy that is here, for all of the love, for all of the peace that is right here. We know it comes from within. All of the qualities of God that are found within us that simply find their way out through us and as us in the world, so that we become those messengers of peace and of joy and of gratitude. We are that in the world, and that's what we spread, and that is our contagion. It is joy, it is love, and it is peace. So I give thanks for this group, for everyone here, for those who have tuned in from wherever you are on the planet. You are Vision as well, and we know that it just goes out from there. The love goes out, the joy, the peace goes out from here, and it just spreads throughout the land. Giving great thanks for this, I simply let it be. And so it is.
And so it is.
Yay. So how you doing? How's everybody? Yay. Yeah, I see. I must have been talking to one of my relatives. I sound like, hey, forget about it. Anyway, let me tell you about things. I want to tell you about practitioners. They're here to support us. They pray. They are trained. They went to school for years, lots of years. And they are trained in the art of compassionate listening and the science of healing prayer, and they change lives with consciousness. That's what we do here. Prayer changes things. So you have a prayer request form in your bulletin, fill it out, put your phone number on it, we'll call you at home, we'll pray with you over the phone, we'll pray with you here. There'll be practitioners and ministers at the front of the room. You can get one-on-one prayer right here, right at the end of the celebration, or online, or through those prayer requests. Like I said, we'll call you at home, or we'll leave a prayer on your voicemail. Fabulous. You can listen to it again and again. I like that. That's my favorite part. So listen to it once, listen to it again, listen to it again. Just get the prayer support that changes things. It just changes our lives. It really does. So do that. Let's see, what else have I got for you? I have guest packets. They're Vision guest packets, and they tell you all about Vision, a center for spiritual living. We are affiliated with Centers for Spiritual Living worldwide. We do good work all over the globe. Isn't that lovely? Isn't that wonderful? It's a good thing to know. And we have our own, excuse me, I'm sorry. We have our own greeting here on the front. We say it to remind ourselves, and we say it for our guests and for everyone online. So let's say it now. Whoever you are and wherever you are welcome here. You are safe and you are loved. I just love that. I think it's wonderful. So what else is new? What else can I? Oh, wait, you know what? Before I go on, because I will. Why don't you turn to somebody alongside you and say welcome to Vision. Just tell them, hey, glad you're here. I love that. That's wonderful. Okay, so now I'm going to turn it over to James, who is our choir director. He's also leading the celebration singers this morning, and they are going to do our centering song to prepare us for our 5-minute meditation. Take it away.
Welcome to our time of meditation. My name is Cindy May, and I'm one of the licensed practitioners here. Happy to pray with you after service. As we move into this silent time, this 5 minutes of silent meditation, I'm going to read a couple quotes here, and then just invite you to think about these if you'd like. Think about what God is for you. Just go within and contact that place, that centered place within you. So the first quote is, "Since we are living by the Spirit, let us follow the Spirit's leading in every part of our lives." And that's from Galatians 5:25. And then from Ernest Holmes, who founded Religious Science Centers for Spiritual Living. "Here and here alone is peace, but not in splendid isolation. It is in the wind and the waves, in the beauty of the sunset, in the golden glory of the moon's rise over the mountain tops, filling its light into the newness of another day to awaken and warm the fairyland into life." The memorial candle is burning today for those loved ones who made their transition this past week during the hurricane and floods in the southeast. What I know is that their lives continue to expand out, moving up that spiral of life, moving into that connection, that greater connection with Spirit. I know for their families and loved ones, comfort and support, reconnecting with not only those who have gone on before them, but receiving the love, receiving the experience of knowing that all will be well, all is well. And so I invite you to just go within, close your eyes as I complete our time together with a prayer. I know that there is one power, that this power is a presence of love. It is a power of good, that this infinite intelligence and possibility lives in, as, and through each of us here. That there is no separation between that which I am and that which each of us are. That right now our awareness of this becomes fuller as we move into recognizing the unity of each of us with this divine one. And I speak a word of healing for that which perhaps has been heavy on your heart. Just know that thoughts are things, and that we allow for this heaviness to lift and float away as a cloud, that we just during this moment can let go and free ourselves of any burden that we may be carrying, and instead look to the light, feel the light, know that there is this beauty, this love, this harmony within each of us, that we are whole, we are complete, we are divine. And so each one here accepts this truth in their own life, declaring it, knowing it, simply allowing it to be. Thou art that which I am. And so I accept that this includes great joy, includes spiritual expression of the divine through every area of our life. And I'm so grateful for this. I'm so grateful for the miracles that take place out of the speaking of this word, out of each of you opening into this truth of being. It is good and very good. And so for this word, I simply give my thanks right now. I release it knowing it's already complete. It's already done in the one mind. And so we say together, and so it is. Amen.
Today, our soloist is a local hero here, and he has the opportunity, I think, since the Padres are in the playoffs, to continue getting gainful work all the way until they win the Stanley Cup or whatever they do. So, anyway, but he always has something brewing here at Vision with special concerts and all that. So please welcome Joe Rathburn.
Thank you, Mark. Go Padres. All right. Going to do a little song of my own creation here for you, and I've got the celebration singers going to help me out, as well as the band, of course. So this is a song called Peace is Possible. I truly believe it is. Now let us talk of only what binds us, not what divides us. That's what I say. We all breathe the air, we all drink the water, and we see the same sun rise and set on each day. We all feel the urge that stirs procreation. We all feel the need for shelter and fire. And we all want respect, and we revel in laughter, and we all seek for love. It's our deepest desire, because peace is possible through love. It's possible through love. Peace only through love is possible through love. Peace is possible through love. Only through love. You don't throw an anchor to someone who's drowning. You don't use gasoline to douse a fire. And you can't create peace by warring on people. That's a failed solution. We've got to retire. Well, they talk about wolves. They talk about sheepdogs. They talk about sheep. They ask, which one are you? Well, I'm not a wolf, a sheep, or a sheepdog. I'm a human who knows this one thing is true, and that's peace is possible through love. It's possible through love. Peace only through love. It's possible through love. Peace is possible through love, but only through love. Take all of the concepts for God that we have now and boil them all down to their essence is pure. And what you'd have left then would be an elixir, the elixir called love, and love is the cure. The children pick up whatever we show them, whatever we're doing, they're learning today. So let's no longer teach them that war is an answer. Give them the elixir and war goes away, because peace is possible through love. It's possible through love. Peace only through love. It's possible through love. Peace is possible through love, but only through love.
Peace is possible
Through love.
Peace is possible
Through love.
Peace is possible.
But only through love.
Peace is possible
Through love.
Peace is possible
Through love.
Peace is possible.
Yeah, but only through love.
Peace is possible. We are saved
Through love.
is give peace a chance.
Only through love.
All we are saved
Through love.
is give peace a chance.
Only through love.
All we are saved
Through love.
is give peace a chance.
Only through love.
All we are saved
Through love.
is give peace a
Come on,
chance.
come on, come on.
All we are saved
Through love.
is give peace a chance.
Only through love.
All we are saved
Through love.
is give peace a chance. Peace.
Thank you very much. Thanks to the band. Thanks to the Celebration Singers.
Yeah, peace is possible. Thank you so much. Yay. So here we are, last Sunday of September's theme, Pieces into Peace. Yay. So this month we fell apart. We came together. We discussed prayer as a means to attaining a peaceful life. And then last week we examined a little piece of peace and how we put it together. And so today's talk is a gathering of doves. You know, a group of doves is called a bevy, or a cote, or a dole, or a flight. And I think of us, I think of Vision as a gathering of doves, right? We're a peaceful community. We practice peace here in this community. We choose peace, right? I don't see anybody getting into fistfights in the parking lot or anything like that, you know? And when anything happens, we're at choice. We're always at choice, right? To choose flight or fear or fight or peace. We get to choose that. I think about the idea that, one person cannot have an argument. Right? It's impossible. You need a partner. There needs to be attack, defend, attack, defend. You need two, right, to tussle. So one person can't have an argument. When we choose peace, we choose not to enter into that attack, defend paradigm. Sometimes when someone attacks, the response I use a lot, the response is, you could be right. What do you do with that, right? There's nowhere to go with that. There's just one person trying to have an argument, trying to pull somebody in. And if you don't join in, there is no argument. Ernest Holmes said this, he said, what more can we ask? What greater realization of life than to know that God is with us? From this great realization comes peace, a peace which the world little understands, and a calm which is as deep as the infinite sea of love in which he realizes himself or herself to be immersed. That's it. When we say God is all there is, we really mean it. God is all there is. So every one of us is some aspect of God. There is peace in that, right? God is love, we are that. God is peace, we are that. God is joy, we are that. Peace is a quality of God, so that is what we are. And remember, go back to, there are no opposites in God, right? God is the place where there are no opposites. Right? We create them. At the human level, we create opposites. But in God, there is only love. There is only peace. They exist on a continuum. We think of peace at maybe one far end of the continuum and chaos at the other. But still, all it is just less and less and less and less peace. There's only this one thing. There's only peace. That's all that God is. God is love. God is joy. God is peace. God is freedom. And we get to exercise as much or as little of these qualities as we can embody and demonstrate. A little peace, and we are upset, right? Or we're spinning out of control. That time when you do that, when everything's going haywire? You're not exercising all the peace of God. When you're calm, right, there you go, a whole lot of peace. We're calm. We're calm. Everything's good. I'm okay. It's cool. Everything's working the way it's supposed to be. Everything is infused with the energy we bring to it. Everything we do is infused with the energy that we bring to it. So if you do something in anger, well, she wants me to do perfect. Well, I'll do it all right, right? That's what it's infused with. If you do everything with love, with joy, with peace, that is what it's infused with. What we do is done with the energy we bring to it. And everything starts in our consciousness. Everything begins in our consciousness. Andy Puddicombe said, if we bring a sense of peace and happiness into the world, no matter where we live, we are in some way contributing to peace and happiness in the world. Isn't that a lovely thought? Because we're raising the vibration, right? We're raising that energy of peace. And so wherever we are in the world, we send that out. He said, this doesn't mean it's going to necessarily change conflict in a certain area, but it has an impact in the world. So that really is the place to begin. And that's what we're talking about. And really, that is the philosophy of science of mind and spirit, right? Is that everything begins with us. Everything begins here. So when we are resonating in peace and being peace and thinking peace, that's what we send out, right? And on that point, we all agree. As we change our consciousness, we change our life. Then that starts changing the lives of others. Then that starts changing our environment, and that can start to change the world. That's just how it works. Ernest Holmes in The Anatomy of Healing Prayer said everything that is in the nature of limitation, but the limitless flowing through us at the level of our acceptance of life. So spirit itself is limitless, and we limit the amount that flows through us. He goes on to say, therefore, we are not fighting evil with good, or fighting less with more, or wrong with right. We are merely establishing at a higher level the action of that which is eternal and perfect. We have our hands on the control, really. We get to decide how much or how little flows through us, through our consciousness, through our acceptance, through living those qualities. And inner peace, I love this, inner peace has a ripple effect. It radiates outward. It radiates outward to the whole world. It starts within, it starts with us, absolutely. We have to practice peace. But it goes, it flows. It goes and flows, it flows out. So it's interesting. So why do we choose conflict or chaos? I mean, like, you would think that doesn't make sense, right? Why would we choose conflict over peace? And I think that, I think our ego has something to do with that. I think our ego has a lot to do with it, right? Because I'm right. There you go. To be right was to survive. We had to be right about where we were going to journey. We had to be right about what crops to plant. We had to be right about what valley to huddle down in over the winter. I mean, think about all the things ancient humans had to do. You had to be right because to be right was to survive. And I think we still have that. But we've taken it into the 21st century. And now a lot of it has to do with being right for the sake of being right. I'm right, you're wrong, that's it, right? And to be right really means we kind of stop growing in that area. To be right means you don't have to examine your feelings anymore. You don't have to examine your beliefs. To be right, I'm right, you're wrong. I'm right, because I've got the answer. To be right is to stop growing. It's real easy. I win. I'm right, you're wrong, I win. Right? If we are certain, we never give ourselves the opportunity to see things differently. And maybe we could. I have a painting at home that I got at a Buddhist temple in Florida. Anyway, it's a lovely, right? You've been there. It's a lovely area. But it's a little, and it was painted by one of the Buddhist nuns, and it just says, "Are you sure?" And I just love it, because every time I get to that point, I just look at it, it's like, oh yeah, am I? I'll have to think about that. We need to have a good-natured flexibility toward all that we encounter, not fighting against life, but cooperating with it. That was Ernest Holmes. And it makes sense. The old, what we resist persists, right? We've all heard that. I think New Thought, they say that all the time. What we resist persists, right? So you're not going to get rid of it by fighting against it. What we resist persists, but the other end of that saying is, and what we embrace, we transform, right? So there's another part to that. What we embrace, we transform. Which means we're not anti-something, we are for something else. And that was what Ernest Holmes wanted us to embody, this idea of moving towards something, being for something, not fighting against things. Because the energy of anti-anything doesn't work. It doesn't work because all that consciousness knows is that thing that you're against, right? That thing. It's like why the war on drugs never worked, or the war on poverty. Every time we create a war on something, we get more of it. Doesn't work. We have to come up with other solutions that are positive. We have to be for something else. Ernest Holmes said, whatever you identify yourself with, you become. Whatever you resist until you make it a reality, you will become like. Therefore, and he quoted the Bible, resist not evil, and it will flee from you. Don't fight your fears, see through them. Don't fight your fears, see through them. There is nothing in God's world to be afraid of. We are surrounded, we are guided, we are guarded, we are protected by this energy, which we call God. You can call it whatever you want. I think our personal power is a lot greater than we give ourselves credit for. I believe we are greater than that, right? Everything that God is has been poured into us. And yet we stand alone and naked and afraid and worried. And we have no reason to be. What if our personal power is greater than we imagine? What if we immerse ourselves in peace, thinking peace, being peace, acting peacefully, offering peace, instead of insisting we are right and creating conflict? This is the difference between an anti-war protest and a peace march. You see? I mean, this is the difference. That's why Mother Teresa said that. And I asked her if she would, during Vietnam, if she would go to an anti-war rally, and she said, no, but if you have a peace march, I'll join you. Right? It's being for something and against nothing. Albert Einstein said, peace cannot be kept by force. It can only be achieved by understanding. And you can see, kind of in the world, right? We keep doing it. What is that definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results? We go to war, we go to conflict, we go to war, we go to conflict, we go to war, we go to conflict. And it doesn't stop. There's just something else to war about because we have a consciousness of war. We have a consciousness of violence, of chaos. Because humans choose to force over understanding. It is the consciousness that needs to be changed. Gandhi freed an entire continent without shooting a gun. Right? Wait, okay, there may have been minor skirmishes. I mean, it might be a little more of a myth than fact, but mostly he freed India through non-violent means. Right? If you believe the stories, I'm sure there might have been some skirmishes. I don't know. But even nonviolence, does that even really describe what it is we want? It says what it isn't. Perhaps we need to call it something else. Collaborative power, or a collaborative collection of cooperation. Something else, instead of describing it by what it isn't. Fighting any adverse condition only increases its power over us because we are making it a reality. Someone has said that the language of resistance is pain. But non-resistance finds the harmony of the universe and swings into motion. Non-resistance, great idea, wrong word, again. It's saying what it's not. Defining something by what it is not. We should probably be saying peaceably. We do things peaceably. Martin Luther King said peace is more precious than diamonds, silver, or gold. And isn't it? What would the world be like if there was no war? I mean, think about it. This country, I added up all the wars and skirmishes over the years since 1776. We've only been at peace like 9 years since 1776. That's awful. That is a terrible record we failed, right? That would be an F minus and, get another idea. Whatever you identify with, you become. That's what Ernest Holmes said. So it's about time we changed the consciousness around these things. We must identify ourselves with peace. We must identify ourselves with love. We must become that in the world. Changes us, changes the environment around us, and by the ripple effect, it begins to change others. It begins to spread. Ernest Holmes did a great Sunday talk one year called The Contagion of Fear. And he said, when you keep hammering home that idea, be afraid, be afraid, be afraid, people begin to be afraid. Isn't that what happened in this country after 2001? Right? Be Afraid became our national anthem. You know, remember the big thermometer? It was like red, orange, yellow, orange, red. You know, it never went below that. Did you notice? We were never safe again. We were just never safe again. Be afraid, be afraid, be afraid. Because they use that, because people who are afraid are easy to control. It's just really all it is. It starts with us. We have to be peace. We have to embody qualities of God, love and joy and peace and harmony. It starts with us. And then thoughts of peace spread. They spread. Remember Ernest Holmes, his talk, right? The contagion of fear. But what he said in that talk was, but the contagion of faith is doubly so. Doubly so. So that when we stand in our faith, not only do we counteract the fear within us, but it spreads, and it spreads more and more and more. So the contagion of faith is much, much more contagious, right? And I think of this community. We're a community of peace here. This is what we do. This is what we practice. This is our spiritual practice. We all have our own beliefs, but together we practice the qualities of God. We practice peace, we practice love, we practice harmony and joy and freedom. And that's what I said in the beginning, right? We are a gathering of doves. We are a gathering of doves. We are the peace emissaries for the world. And we come here and we get inspired and we have hospitality with each other and we chit-chat over things and we bring that love and we bring that peace out into the world. We leave this place and we go out and we become the emissaries of peace in the world by the way we act and by what we do and by what we say. Our spiritual practice reinforces our peaceful nature. And that's how we relate to other people in the world. Don't you just light up somebody, right? Don't you just get a smile from the cashier who might have been having a bad day, but you're there in front of them just wishing them well and just reinforcing how lovely life is, and then all of a sudden they start to smile? That's because of your peaceful nature, because of your joy, because you're spreading the truth of who and what she is. Our spiritual practice changes the world, one person at a time, one incident at a time, one encounter at a time. That's what we do. The inner peace spreads to the outer. So the first thing we do is breathe. Breathe. Keep breathing. Breathing is good. I'm pro that. Breathing is good. Hold it, right? You have that little moment of stillness in between the breaths, and then exhale. Do it again, right? Inhale is that little moment of stillness, and then we exhale, right? Take that gap between the breaths to go deeper, right? That's what we do. That little gap. Remember, God's area of preparation prepares us to respond peacefully. We use that to respond to the world peacefully. And then we meditate. That's another tool we have at our disposal. We meditate. Don't judge it. Don't judge your meditation. Some people are like, I can't meditate. Don't worry about it. Whatever you do, call it meditation and do that. You know what I mean? I mean, really, there are people that go like, I just can't sit still. I can't do it. 30 seconds. Start with 10 seconds. Just start, right? Just start. But my mind keeps going, yes, they do that, don't they? Like little squirrels. Do it anyway. Do it anyway. Just sit, close your eyes, just think about nothing for a few minutes. And just think about your breath. Just think about your breath. Breathe and release, breathe and release. We can't meditate because we're too busy judging what meditation is. I mean, really, that's what it is. Just sit and do it. Close your eyes. That's it. Don't even think about what it is. Oh, I had a great meditation. I had such a great meditation. I was one with everything. I was just floating. And then I got in my car and went on the freeway, and that ended that, right? No, meditation is just your own personal timeout. Just do it. Just do it. Give yourself that time out. 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20, an hour, whatever you can do. Twice a day, if you can. It settles you into the peace that's always there. Guess what? It's always there. It's always in you. It didn't go anywhere. You're not getting anywhere. You're going to touch into that place in you that's always been there. Do it. Give yourself that time out. And give other people the benefit of the doubt. You know, we can be really unskilled at times. Have anybody noticed? Wow. Okay. We can be really unskilled with each other. Give them the benefit of the doubt. Here's a little hint from your old Aunt Patti. You don't have to attend every argument you're invited into. Okay? Just like you don't have to react to everyone's unskilled behavior. You don't have to give your input. You can just scroll right by, just like on Facebook. You can just scroll right by, you know? You don't have to give everybody your opinion. You just don't. Maybe they could be right? Who knows? And give to others. Share. We have so much stuff in our lives, don't we? Oh my God, we have so much stuff in our lives. We have so much stuff in our closets. We have so much stuff in our garages. I mean, think about it. Holy moly. Give that stuff away. You know that stuff you've been hanging on to for the last 9 years that you haven't, you know. It's been in a box in your garage on a shelf somewhere. It's like, because I'll need it. I'm going to need that little elbow joint, you know, that little piece. No, you won't, I promise. Get rid of it. Get rid of your stuff. You don't need it. You know those clothes you have in your closet that, you know, I will get down to that size again and wear them? No, because I'll tell you this, if you do lose weight and get back down to that size, you're going to want new stuff. Huh? Am I right? Of course you are. You're going to go out and buy new stuff. Get rid of it. You know, I know some of you, the insides of your clothes closet looks like a store, right? Oh, I've got sizes from 2 to 16. Yay, there we go. Okay, that is no longer a closet. That is a supermarket of you know, clothes. That's a boutique. Get rid of it. Just get rid of it. And practice random acts of kindness. That's what we do, right? Practice random acts of kindness. Because that's what we are. Inside, aren't we just love and joy and mushy? We are, really. When we're not busy protecting ourselves from others or dangerous stuff or all those perceived threats out there, aren't we just mushy, lovey, just squishy love bugs? Of course we are. That's the truth of who we are. So just practice random acts of kindness. And create a healthy balance in your life between work and play and sleep. Create a healthy balance because that reduces stress. That alone reduces stress. And then we come together. I love this part. Then we come together here at Vision to do all of the above, don't we? We do all of it here. Once a week, but we do all of that here. We breathe together, we meditate together, we give each other the benefit of the doubt. Like I said, no fist fights in the parking lot. Yay, that's a positive for us. We give each other the benefit of the doubt. We donate here, we give. We bring in food to share. We volunteer to help each other. We are that community that we would love to see in the world, aren't we? We are that. We have created a peaceful community. Now we just have to teach everybody else outside of these walls how to do that. And to that end, I brought in a jigsaw puzzle. Did everybody get their little bag of pieces? Yay, I'm so glad. Okay. The puzzle table is in the back of the room. It's called Peace and Love. And we all have a piece of it. We all have pieces of peace. And I want you to go add your pieces. Now, if jigsaw puzzles are really not your thing, that's okay. You can just put the bag back on the table and that'll be fine. But if you want to, at hospitality, join your pieces with the rest of the puzzle and we will put together our pieces of peace. Together we will create our own beautiful picture of pieces of peace, the peace that is of this community, that are in our lives, and that extend from here. It'll seep out into the world. I'd love for you to do that. You know what I'm going to do? I think I'll glue it and we can put it up when we're done with it. I'll keep it here until it's finished, until put it in a room or something, and when it's finished, we'll hang it on the wall. They have that glue stuff, right? That you can glue jigsaw puzzles together. Okay. Yeah, maybe we'll do that. Because we are all part of it. We are all part of it. Ernest Holmes said this in Observation. He said, there wells up within us a trust, a consciousness that we are surrounded by infinite goodness, and that thought of peace spreads beyond itself, in the confines of our consciousness, and helps that much in healing a sick world of the belief that it must fight. First at home, in the silence of our own thought, let us heal ourselves of fear, of doubt, and of uncertainty. Let our lives be peaceful. Let our lives be whole. Then shall that peace, which is God abiding within us, radiate from us. Let's all bring together our pieces of peace and change the world. Thank you.
Back in the mid-'70s, a man that called himself Cat wrote this great song, and we are going to do it for you right now. You and me, Jimmy. I've been happy lately, thinking about the good things to come, and I believe it could be something good has begun. Oh, I've been smiling lately, dreaming about the world as one, and I believe it could be someday is going to come. 'Cause out on the edge of darkness there rides a peace train. Oh, peace train, take this country, come take me home again. Now I've been smiling lately, thinking about the good things to come, and I believe it could be something good has begun. Oh, peace train sounding louder, glide on the peace train. Ooh-ah-ee-ah, ooh-ah, come on the peace train. Oh, peace train, holy roller, everyone jump up on the peace train. Ooh-ah-ee-ah, ooh-ah, come on the peace train. Just get your bags together, go bring your good friends too. It soon will be with you. Now come and join the living. It's not so far from you, and it's getting nearer. Soon it will all be true. Oh, peace train sounding louder, glide on the peace train. Ooh-ah-ee-ah, ooh-ah, come on the peace train, the peace train. I've been crying lately, thinking about the world as it is. Why must we go on hating? Why can't we live in bliss? 'Cause out on the edge of darkness there rides a peace train. Peace train, take this country, come take me home again. Oh, peace train sounding louder, glide on the peace come on the peace train. Peace train, holy roller. Everyone jump on the peace train. Ooh, ah, ooh, ah. Come on, come on, come on. Peace train. Yes, it's the peace train. Peace train. Yes, it's the peace train. Thank you, everybody. Thanks to the band, the wonderful band.
Yay. I know what's supposed to happen now. I know what's happening next. This is our time of conscious circulation. It's an opportunity to practice, right? Practice the awareness of the abundance of God. That's what I like to think of it. So we give to those people, places, and things of inspiration, things that really light us up, and if vision is one of those places, thank you. Your contribution keeps us doing what we do. So I would love to pray about that. Let's go to prayer and know that God is abundance, and that abundance flows through us because all of the qualities of God flow through us, as us in the world. We demonstrate as much or as little abundance as we do, as much as and as little freedom or joy or love or peace. And so I know as we awaken, we embody more and more of the qualities of God. We demonstrate them in and through the world as us. We become the movement of spirit on earth. So I give great thanks for the abundance we know, the abundance we demonstrate, and the abundance we share. It is all God. It is all good. And so it is.
As I give, so do I receive, joyfully, gratefully. As I give, so do I receive, fully, freely. God is the river where abundance flows. Stepping into it, I accept and know. As I give, so do I receive. As I give, so do I receive, offering my first and best. As I give, so do I receive, knowing how I've been blessed. God is the river where abundance flows. Stepping into it, I accept and know. As I give, so do I receive. As I give, so do I receive, back to where my soul is fed. As I give, so do I receive. Thank you for my daily bread. God is a river where abundance flows. Stepping into it, I accept and know. As I give, so do I receive. As I give, so do I receive.
And now it is time for the Miracle Minute. And although I was not emailed this week, I know I will be emailed next week, and there'll be a Miracle Minute next week. I just wanted to share my own personal one. Every time I get a text from my son that says, "Mom, don't worry, I'm okay," I worry. Adrian was in the courthouse at Santa Maria working on a case this week when they blew it up. Someone blew it up, and he was okay. And so somebody threw a bomb in it, and But he was fine, and he texted, and everything was great. He was caught up in, of course, the crime scene tape, so nobody was, anyway, it was a big thing, but he's fine. So yay, that is my answered prayer for the week. Yeah. And now it is time for The Last Word by Johnny Kirko.
I like that. That's good. Hello, everybody online. We continue our meet and greet right after our celebration. We have a practitioner available for one-on-one prayer. Hello, everybody in the room. We are continuing our nice hospitality. Larry mentioned that it's Native American food, so thank you, everybody who brought food. Stick around, have some food with us. Continue the puzzle that Reverend Patti put together for you and on peace, so it's going to be good stuff. So tomorrow night, we have a very special concert with Donnell and the 12-piece band. It's going to be Donnell's Yacht Rock concert right here in our space. Join us for that. It's really, really fun, you guys. This is great music. The music is amazing. 12-piece band. Mark and Luis are going to get in the sound and making sure this thing sounds really well. You also can watch online, too. So if you want to purchase a ticket for that, come and be a part. You can go to the bookstore or buy online. Tickets are available still. Tomorrow night, 7 p.m.
It's a Vegas quality show.
It is a Vegas quality show.
How much do you pay for tickets in Vegas for something like that?
Yeah.
$200, $250?
Yeah, Mark's right.
It's that good.
Donnell has really put together a really good show. He puts a lot of time and energy into this, and he's written all the charts for all of the band. I mean, it's really cool. It's really a good show. Be here. Come and support it. It supports Vision as well. A portion of that always comes back to us anyway, so come and be a part. How about Joe Rathburn today? So Joe, come on up and talk. Joe's got a concert this Thursday night, and it's with Mr. Peter Boland. They're doing a little bit of music of Mr. Neil Young. Is that correct? Neil Young. Right there.
Yeah, so you all know who Peter Boland is. And he and I have been teaming up to do this Neil Young concert for, 10, 15 years, I think we've been doing that concert. And each time we mix it up a little bit, change the songs around. And yet, if you all know who Neil Young is, but maybe some of you aren't as familiar with his deep catalog, how deep a catalog he has. It's incredible, the career he's had. And you may not remember all the songs he's done, but once you hear them, you'll go, oh, yeah, I remember that. Especially if you remember the 60s. And I guess if you were there, you might not. But no, he came around in the late 60s, early 70s, and throughout, and his career has burgeoned all along. And we always have a great time playing the Neil Young material because it is so deep and wide, and he speaks from the heart, and he touches people's hearts with his songs. And you're going to enjoy it. Peter and I will enjoy playing it for you, so please come on in on Thursday and enjoy yourselves.
Can I make a quick comment? Look at that. Look at the graphics work that Joe does for his self-promotion things. A lot of musicians, myself included, just expect it to all get done for you. Joe is a champ at this stuff. That's a whole other job, so I want to make sure that you appreciate that.
Joe's got a lot of talents. And by the way, he is one of the greatest guitarists in San Diego County. I mean, by far. I mean, when that guy plays guitar, I am just shocked. Having the opportunity over the years to watch Joe do the Folky Monkeys, oh my God, his play is just insanely good. Joe, you rock. Love him. Yeah, he is blushing back there. Yeah. This Saturday, we are having a celebration of life for Mr. Steve Cooper. So come and join that with us. It's 12 p.m. right here in our space, 12 to 1. We've got a little bit of music, and his family will be here. And just celebrate Steve Cooper. It'll be from 12 to 1, somewhere around there, this Saturday. So a week from today, we have a special concert. It's actually a play called White Savior. And that's going to be in this space here. And the story is, it is two sisters, and they are on opposite sides of the political realm. And the story goes through and talks about how we can get together and talk amongst each other and find ways to communicate. Because as we know, in the political world today, it's crazy. And it's really hard to talk. But this play is going to be presented here at 7 p.m. and it's free, actually. All you have to do is sign up for it. You can go click onto our website on the event calendar and then click on the link I put in there, and you can sign up and just let them know you're going to be here. And it's going to be 7 p.m. and there's also going to be a discussion group afterwards. Yes, Barbara?
Will you by any chance have to have a sign-up sheet outside?
Is there a sign-up sheet? No, there's no sign-up sheet here. You got to do it online because it's done through Bodhi Tree. Bodhi Tree Concerts is doing that, so you have to sign up with them, and you just got to let them know you're coming, and so that way, we know how many people are going to be in the room. Yes, LaTanya, it's answering question time here at Vision. Live stream. I'm not sure it's going to be live streamed. I don't believe it is. Microphoning plays is a little bit more challenging, and we're not as good at that yet. I will get better at it, but right now it is going to be only live in the room.
I'm
here.
going to interject quickly here too.
Yes.
The two lead actors,
Yes.
Linda Libby, who happens to be Jim Mooney's ex-wife. So, and Sandy Campbell are two of the greatest actors that San Diego has ever produced. Between the two of them, they've probably won like 8 or 10 Best Actor awards for theater critics. So it will be something.
And I think Linda's currently in the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
She is in Rocky Horror Picture Show.
That's right now going
every
on
other thing.
right now. Tons of plays going on around here right now. So go and see something because it's just amazing stuff happening here. What's that? This is going to be good. There's a lot. Vision does cool stuff. I mean, we continue to bring more and more really interesting and cool programs here at Vision. Support those. Come and be a part. Get out of your house and come in on a Thursday night and see Joe, or come tomorrow night with a concert, or see this play. Really cool stuff. We're going to continue doing that stuff, and you'll find out more as we go. Also, I want to mention we're doing the Out of the Darkness walk, supporting it through Scott Lair. And if you want to sign up for that, go online, and it'll be on the calendar as well. And I think it's October 19th is when they're doing the walk, but you don't have to walk. You can just give to Scott or anybody who else is walking. But if you want to walk, you sign up for that as well, and then you can get people to support you as well. Scott has been doing this for about 5, 6, 7 years with us. How long have you been doing it?
I started in 2011.
2011. 2011, you started walking, and Vision started in 2012. We've been doing it for 11 years. Wow. Nice job. 12 years. Well, let me get my calculator out. I was told there's no math involved. Next week, we have Jill Badonsky is going to be our guest speaker. And Jill is her talk title is Art as a Solution to the Heaviness of Reality, the Power of Creativity. We have Janet Hammer and the house band. And I want to read, after that, she's going to have a workshop right after. It starts at 12 noon. It's a free workshop, but only the first 20 she's going to be a part of. And I want to read a little bit about what she's going to be doing. It's called Art as a Solution for Reality workshop. And it's whether we are a recipient or the creator, works of art and poetry not only ease our way through life's difficulties, but help us make sense of them. Through story, poetry, and occasional humor, Jill will share with you how to see through the lens of creativity to empower resilience, invite mindfulness, and make amusement a more frequent companion. So be a part of that. If you want to see it, you can sign up online so you can let us know you're going to be a part. It's at 12 noon right after her talk. So I'll see you guys next time. Thanks.
I want us to stand up, and we're going to say our affirmations. I'd love the practitioners and the ministers to come up so that we can be ready for prayer. You can come up any time after the song ends to get prayer. Just tap on somebody. Just come up and say, hey, I'd like prayer. And that's what they're here for. They're here to do prayer for you anytime, right? Anytime. So do that. We have our, yes, yay. We have our affirmations up. Remember, they're present tense, and they're positive, and they're passionate, and they're purposeful. And they are absolutely the truth. So let's say them together. Serenity fills my entire being. I am grounded, peaceful, and centered. All is well in my world. And we are going to say that third one. I want to hear some oomph. I I want to hear commitment and passion and purpose. You ready? Let's say it. All is well in my world. Absolutely true. Absolutely true. Let's pray. I know that God is peace, and I am that. I know that God is love and joy and freedom and order and all of those qualities. And I know that they are qualities that flow through us and as us in the world. We get to participate as beings of peace. We get to extend peace wherever we go. We get to be the energy of peace in our relationships, in our jobs, in our neighborhoods. We get to be the emissaries of spirit as peace in the world. And we know that the world is so calling for this change. We know that the world is calling for peace, and we can be that. We are that. Giving great thanks, I simply let it be. And so it is.
So it is.
Peace for the world starts with me. 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 There's no one here to judge, nothing here to overcome. I'm standing in my truth, I see God in everyone. There's no one here to judge, nothing here to overcome. I'm standing in my truth, I see God in everyone. Peace for the world starts with me. Peace for the world starts with me. There's no one here to judge, nothing here to overcome. I'm standing in my truth, I see God in everyone. There's no one here to judge, nothing here to overcome. I'm standing in my truth, I see God in everyone. Peace for the world starts with me. Peace for the world starts with me. Peace for the world starts with me. Peace for the world starts with me.